My name is Alan, and I'm the creator of SRV Theory. My very first guitar lesson on this channel. A lot of you have been asking about making tutorials on how to play all of these songs, and there's many songs that I want to get into. But today I want to focus on Love Struck Baby from the Texas Flood album. It's one of my favorite songs to play. It's such a fun song to play. The formula, shall we say, for Love Struck Baby is part Freddie King, part T-Bone Walker, and believe it or not, part big band or swing. First is my guitar that I'm using. It's a Squier Classic Vibe 1960s Stratocaster. It has Fender Pure Vintage 1959 pickups. I'm not plugged into any pedals or anything, so I'm going straight into my Vox AC15 1x12 combo. I found that this Vox does Stevie Ray Vaughan style tones surprisingly well. Love Struck Baby it's fairly fast. So the main influence here is Chuck Berry. The intro to the song, it's almost like rockabilly. There's a lot of influences crumpled into this 2.5 minute song. But the intro to Love Struck Baby goes something like this. Again, we're focusing on the album version. I'm doing this lesson based on my ears alone. So what I hear in the intro is Stevie up-picking the intro. If you were to play the intro with all downstrokes, it would sound like this. Okay? It's still the same riff, but it feels just a little bit different, as opposed to the way Stevie played it, which is pretty much all upstrokes. Okay? Now the intro, the count, is what throws a lot of people off. The feel of the song is a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? And so it goes 1 and 2 and 3, and then everything from there falls into place. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it slow. So we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Pretty much all of Stevie's recordings, we're dealing with a half step down tuning. So in essence, it's E flat, okay, or D sharp. The intro of Love Struck Baby starts in the 5 chord, then it goes to the 4 chord, and then right back down to the root, to the 1, which is A flat. So we're starting on the 12th fret, 1 and 2 and 3, okay? So when Stevie comes back down to the 5th fret, he does this T-Bone Walker style thing. Think T-Bone Walker, okay? T-Bone Walker was known for putting all those chords in there, right? The interesting thing is the intro is played with that same T-Bone Walker chord, but it's missing the top note, right? Same thing down here. All right? So, in all, the intro, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, and that's the finish is that famous Jimi Hendrix style chord. right? At full speed, it sounds like this. And then we get into the nitty gritty of the main groove of this song. It's all Chuck Berry. Okay, think Johnny B. Good, Oh Carol, songs like that. The interesting part here is, it's Chuck Berry, but I truly believe that Stevie was inspired by the grooves that his brother Jimmie Vaughan was doing with the fabulous Thunderbirds at the time. Take, for example, Can't Tear It Up Enough. It goes like this. Yeah, all that kind of stuff, you know. Okay? According to what both of the Vaughan brothers have said in various interviews, that's one of the first riffs that they learned how to play, which is those rock and roll, it's really rock and roll guitar riffs. So, you know, same thing. The studio version on Texas Flood, he would slide up to the four chord. So in essence, it sounds like this. Okay. Now, when playing this, it's 5th fret, 6th string, and 7th fret, 5th string. And you're just alternating with the pinky, okay? And again, you can play this however you're comfortable. Some people play it like this with the 2nd finger right here. I tend to play it the way Stevie plays it, is with the middle finger resting up here and playing with the pinky like that, okay? And Stevie would bar down on that note right there, which is on the D string, the 4th string. And it's almost like a, and again, it's very big band, think big band, swing, you know, that kind of thing. Stevie played very much like a horn player. So what we're doing is mostly downstrokes. That's what I hear to my ears. It's a little bit different than just playing it, you know. So it sounds like this. And when you're sliding up to the 4 chord, upstroke, to bring it in to the 1 from the verse. We're gonna go slow, and the verse sounds like this. The second verse goes up to it starts off on the 4 chord. So he slides back up. Back to the 1, to the 4, to the 5, to the 4, back to the 1, to the 4, 5, to the 1, to the 4, back to the 1, 5. So as you can hear, it jumps between all over the place, from to the 1 to the 4 to the 1, then back to the 4, and then the 5. So second verse, I still remember let be said, the way you make me feel would take a fool to forget, from that part, okay? So starting on the 4 chord, going slow. To the 4, back down to the 1, to the 5, okay? Now, for the solo, very, very, very fast, but it's musical, and it's not anything overly complicated or technical. It's just all attack and badassness. To me, it's one of my favorite solos that Stevie ever did, amongst many. So the solo sounds a little bit like this. A lot of stuff going on here. So what we start off with is this bar chord right here, okay, and upstrokes, right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then going to that T-Bone Walker chord right here. So it's, again, think big band. Na 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 ba 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 na 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 na. Okay, and again, it's all about groove. Think about the groove of this song. It's all about the pocket. I've heard Chris Layton, the drummer for Double Trouble, say once that Stevie didn't need a metronome. He didn't need a band behind him. He could play all by himself, and he would still be in time. I'll play this very slowly. Okay, so we start off. Chuck Berry. That's all Chuck Berry. You know, Chuck Berry would play stuff like all that kind of stuff, right? So that's the first part of the solo. Then part 2 sounds like this at full speed. Again, that T-Bone Walker chord showing up again, right? So we're doing little shakes here and there for emphasis, right? So it's... And then we get into this walk up to the 17th fret, okay? And it's almost like a jazz chord, if you want to call it that. We're starting here and then going back down a fret and back up. So we're going, and then we're walking up again. It goes super quickly, so you kind of have to practice this a little bit. So it's... So when you hit the 17th fret, it lands right on the 1, okay? So in all, we're coming out of the... Alright? And from there, we're doing something similar. Now, here's where the Freddie King part comes in. That's the famous Freddie King chord. Think Hideaway, okay? So coming out of the 4, we're going... Then we're sliding. We're sliding down back to our home base, which is the 5th fret, right? So from there, Stevie does this. Now, Stevie was also a master at playing these double stops where he would bend up. So here's your main note. It's an E flat note. Bending up to that on the 3rd string, while also playing it statically on the B string, okay? So he's doing this. And Stevie tended to rest his thumb wherever he was at. So you can almost hear that this note pop in every once in a while. Hendrix would do the same thing. Coming out of that. Okay, so he's doing hammer-ons. The next passage, very, very, very reminiscent of a big band horn section or a swing horn section. Okay, think about big band. You know, the da 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 da. Okay, that's all. That's all horn section. You can see why this is fun to play, right? So that passage, I'll go slowly, goes something like that. Again, the Freddie King chord, and for the 4 chord. It's a variation. Stevie tended to do this a lot. In blues, normally, you would play the 4 chord like this, normally. You know. But Stevie did this thing, and he does it in Rude Mood also, where he played the 4 chord with almost this unorthodox shape, but it sounds great. So for the 4 chord, he played it a lot like this. All right. And again, mostly downstrokes to give that emphasis there. Then from there, we go back to the 1. And again, the guitar solos, all 1-4-5 progression. So, slowly. Okay? Some of the same themes show up throughout. You know, that turnaround riff, you know, for the 5, you know, when the 5 comes around. Okay? he does that Chuck Berry riff again. Then we go back to the final verse and chorus, right? So again, he slides out to the 4 chord. I'll play that slower. To the 5. One. To the 4. Back to the 1. To the 5. Okay? And then back to the intro riff, pretty much. Go back to the... Okay, there's that jazzy-ish chord at the very end. Again, 4th string and 3rd string on the 11, 2nd string and 1st string on the 12. Okay. The last verse and chorus. Okay, now again, that ending riff is so he does this kind of slide, it does like a, which Stevie would do a lot, okay? So, all together, I'm gonna play it from start to finish. Stevie was just, to me, the best. He was the best, and nobody touches him. Everything you can hear in his playing is all about feel. And if he didn't feel it, then he wouldn't play it. Simple. Love Struck Baby is primarily, if we're talking about pickup selector, we're going with the middle and bridge pickup. That is primarily what he would use. Although I've seen some concerts where he would just flick on the bridge pickup. Okay? Just depending on what mood he was in, but it's primarily the middle and bridge pickup. I thank you for watching this tutorial today, and I wish you all guitar players good luck, and there will be plenty more of this kind of content on this channel in the near future. Be sure to like, be sure to get notified, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. My name is Alan from SRV Theory, and I wish you all a good day.